Hello everyone. So today I will be discussing on estimate dietary intake of nitrate and nitrite from foods consumed in Fiji. So the aim of this is to evaluate the danger presented by nourishment's utilization to Fiji people, the current examination reports of nitrites and nitrates in everyday nourishments devoured. We utilized a spectrometer to quantify the absorbance of nitrates and nitrites in everyday nourishments we burn through. This examination shows the nitrate and nitrite content in the food test we devour every day. The assessed dietary admission of nitrate and nitrite was determined from a 24-hour diet recall. Introduction. Nitrates and nitrites are two different types of compound. Nitrates, NO3, consist of one nitrogen atom and three oxygen atoms. Nitrites, NO2, consist of one nitrogen atom and two oxygen atoms. Nitrates are relatively inert, which means they are stable and unlikely to change and cause harm. Nitrates are naturally found in vegetables such as beets, celery, lettuce, radish, and spinach. Analytical procedures. Firstly, we collected 10 samples which contained meals for breakfast, lunch, and dinner for a particular day. Then we recorded the meals in the 24-hour food record tables that was provided to us. We froze the samples so that the sample does not go bad. Okay, so here in the picture you can see the samples were collected in a Ziploc bag. We defrosted the samples and blended each samples with about 10 to 20 ml deionized water so that it does not affect our results. Then we froze the blended samples so we could prepare our chemicals. Here in the picture you can see I was blending using deionized water. I used about 10 to 20 ml deionized water to blend the food samples. We followed the directions that was given to prepare the reagents 1 and reagents 2, buffer solution and color reagents with the chemicals that was provided. Then we wrapped the prepared reagents in a foil and kept it in a refrigerator so that it does not come in contact with the sunlight and make it go bad. We also prepared the standard solutions and calibrated the UV spectrometer at 520 nanometer wavelength. Okay, here in the picture, you can see this is the preparation time I took the pic when I was preparing the reagents and buffer solutions. The 8.50 pH was used in the preparation of buffer solution, and you can see the reagents are foiled and it is kept in the refrigerator. We defrosted the 10 blended samples, and from each of the sample, 2 grams of each sample was weighed and put in 3 different beakers. Then 10 ml of deionized water was added to the 2 grams of blended sample, and quarter spatula of activated charcoal was added and mixed. We used analytical balance to be accurate and precise. 1 ml of reagent 1 and 1 ml of reagent 2 was pipetted into the 3 different beakers of each sample and mixed. Then we centrifuged the 3 set of each samples for 30 minutes. In the picture you can see I used the pipette to transfer reagent 1 and 2 1 ml into the solution and mixed it, and then the solution was transferred into the vials for centrifuge. After centrifugation, we transferred the solution from vials to beakers and added quarter spatula zinc in nitrate solution only. We kept 2 sets, nitrates and nitrites, from each of the 10 samples, and the third one was sent to Suva for sampling. You can see there are 3 beakers. So one was labeled as S1 and S2 and S3. S1 was nitrate, S2 was nitrite, and S3 was the sample that was sent to Suva for sampling. The two sets from each of those 10 samples were set aside and properly labeled as nitrate and nitrite. The samples were filtered, and then we added 1 ml of buffer and 1 ml of color reagent in both the sets of sample. It was then left in dark for 30 minutes. This is how we filtered the samples. The UV spectrometer was calibrated with the standard solution first. Each sample was placed in the UV spectrometer and the absorbance was measured and the data was taken. Okay, so this is my analysis. The nitrite and nitrite content, pool standard deviation, and average body weight was 75 for both. And EDI, you can see 0.016868 for nitrite and 0.009341 for nitrate. Confidence interval at 0.05 for nitrate, it was 1.988775, and for nitrite it was 0.326662. This is the graph. Conclusion from the above research, it can be shown that the average nitrate intake was 0.70 mg per kg and nitrite intake was 1.27 mg per kg, which was close to the average daily intake for the average person. Acceptance daily intake for nitrate is 3.7 mg per kg body weight per day, and for nitrate is 0.07 mg per kg body weight per day. So this was my analysis for nitrate and nitrite. Thank you.